Nigerian government closes case against Nnamdi Kanu. Defense to file no case submission. Wait, this is not a time to jubilate. This is a time to pray for Nnamdi Kanu. You must understand what is happening in court before you start jubilating, because I'm seeing so many information flying. People are saying Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Nnamdi Kanu, his case has ended. Nigerian government has ended their case and all. You must understand the law terminologies and understand when they are used and what they mean. Don't rush to go and be posting things. This is the time you must pray for Nnamdi Kanu and the lawyers representing him to present a strong case for him to be able to be free. Don't jump and start shouting that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. You must, that is why you must come to us, come to this wonderful channel and listen to reason. We don't listen with emotions. We don't talk out of emotions. We don't talk out of, let us just present things. No, we present facts here. Now, before I go into explaining everything and what you must know and why you must be praying for Nnamdi Kanu, let me read what Sahara Reporters has posted. They say the Nigerian government has closed its case against Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, who has been detained since 2021 on charges of treasonable felony and other offences related to his advocacy for Biafra's independence. The development followed a court hearing on Thursday where the prosecution presented its final arguments. Sahara Reporters gathered that the federal government prosecuting lawyer Adeboyega Awomolo San announced the closure of the prosecution's case after its fifth witness concluded this testimony. Thereafter, defense lawyer Kanu Agabi stated that the defendant plans to make a no-case submission, which will be filed in due course. Now, if Nigerian government has, closed her case, why will the prosecuting the defendant lawyer want to present a no-case submission? Why wouldn't he just grab it and let them release him? You must understand the terminologies of law in Nigeria. But let's finish the news, then I'll explain all that transpired, the meaning of everything in detail, so that you understand what is happening. Now, according to Aloy Ejimako, special counsel for Nnamdi Kanu, the defense has been granted 14 days to file its written address on a no-case submission, while the prosecution will then have 14 days to respond. According to the trial judge, Justice James Omotosho has adjourned the case to July 18th for further proceedings. The case has not ended. There is still proceedings going on. Now, let me explain what is actually happening, because some of us are not aware. Okay, but before I go into explaining, I want you to watch the video credited to the one of the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu. Listen.
Oh, sorry, 19th of June 2025, sorry. We are happy to announce to the world that the prosecution has finally closed their case today.
So this lawyer said that the Nigerian government has closed its case today. So let us now know what it means to close a case in law. It says in Nigerian law, to close a case typically means that a party, either the plaintiff or the defendant, has presented all their evidences and arguments and is now ready for the court to consider the matter and deliver a judgment. It signifies the end of the presentation of evidence by the party and the transition to the next stage, which may involve final address or closing arguments and then delivery of judgment. So this is why I told you to pray for Nnamdi Kanu. What this means simply is that the Nigerian government, all their evidence that they want to present, they have finished presenting it. Not that the case has ended. What it means is that they have finished presenting their arguments and their evidences that they have. It is now left for Nnamdi Kanu to choose to defend himself or to bring up any other argument. But in this case, the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu chose to do what? To present a no case submission. Now, you would ask yourself, what is a no case submission? Let's listen to the lawyer before I will now explain to us what a no case submission means.
With their last witness, PW5, known as EEE. He came and tendered reports of the NSAS. And in the course of the reporting, he alleged that it was the statements made by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that instigated the damages during the NSAS. And he was subjected to a thorough cross-examination by the defense team under Mazi Bazu. And as God will have it, we are happy to announce to you that so many things went wrong with his report, including the fact that not even the signature of the chairman or the name of the chairman or the secretary of the report of the committee he claimed to represent was found in the entire report. We are happy to announce to all of us of freedom that the matter has been adjourned to the 18th of July 2025 for a no case submission. In other words, to tell the court and to show to the court that the prosecution merely wasted 10 years of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life by arresting and detaining him for no just cause. So we are happy. We have very short time within which to work. We are going to utilize that very short time and make sure we deliver on our mandate. And our mandate is to provide sufficient defense for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you.
Now, what is a no-case submission? Because this lawyer stated that they are going to present a no-case submission, but they don't have enough time, but they are going to make use of the time that they have been given. Now, let us look at what a no-case submission means. They say in Nigeria, a no-case submission is a legal tactic used by the defense in a criminal trial. It is a claim that the prosecution's evidence, even if believed, is not sufficient to prove the defendant's guilt. The prosecution's evidence is not sufficient to prove the defendant's guilt, and therefore the defendant should not be required to present a defense. That is what it means. So essentially, the defense argues that the prosecution has failed to establish a prima facie case against the defendant. What does a prima facie case mean? A case that, has all needed evidence that, once the court looks at it, they will say, yes, you committed this, you are guilty of this. That is a prima facie case. That once the court looks at it, they will say, all this evidence that are provided, they are, tenable, and they can use those evidence to jail the person. But then the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, having listened to the Nigerian government and their presentation and having finished their presentation, they are now saying that this presentation that the Nigerian government did and all the evidence that they say they have, that it is not enough, it is too shallow, it is too watery, that it cannot hold water, that it cannot be used to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it cannot be used to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that is the meaning of what a no-case submission means. So in any case, what is happening on the 18th of July is that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers are going to present they are going to present their no-case submission in a written form 14 days from now, and then the Nigerian government are going to respond to that written note of a no-case submission 14 days after the submission of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers. Then after that, they will now meet on the 18th of July in court. They will now have a debate, and then the court will now know what next to do, if it's to postpone or to give a judgment or to give a verdict on that day, or give a date for the verdict or for the final verdict. So this is the more reason why you should pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that whatever they will be providing or supplying or writing as a defense for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as that no-case submission is to be taken, that let it be something that would be admissible, and then something compelling enough to win the case for Nnamdi Kanu. This should be your prayer at this point. Avoid all this news that is going about Nnamdi Kanu has been released, Nnamdi Kanu case, Nigeria has dropped the case. It is not true. This is the real thing. You must understand law terminologies and understand where these people are driving at. So pray for Nnamdi Kanu. That's all I can tell you. Keep sharing and let our people be educated and understand the truth and understand what is happening, so that they will be more informed on what to say, how to say the things they say, and how to do what they do, especially the men of the defense forces, so that they will know that the case is not over. They should continue to do their work. They should continue to fight. They should continue to put the pressure on this government, on this Nigerian government. It is important that they continue their pressure. Thank you for listening. Share widely. It is Bear for First.